Hello. Now, our Lou is up there. That's what I'm singing to. Hello and welcome. My name's Leona. Our Lou is in the building. Da, da, da. And we've got a one-day special now. It's a really beautiful set. So when you look at this, all those gorgeous colours, when you look at that price, it's ridiculous. Now, it is a complete set. However, I think what's important with this, the price is ridiculous. And it's because this is aimed, isn't it, Lou, at beginners, maybe training kids up. The price point, obviously, is very, very cost-effective. Because we're aiming for beginners, aren't we?
We are, and also we're aiming for, like, if you wanted to do alcohol marker colouring, but you don't know if it's for you.
Yeah.
It's a great way of getting in. You've got a beautiful colour range. You know, give it a go.
Yes.
You can see if it's your colouring medium of choice, because we all have preferences.
Yeah.
But it's, like you say, it's an incredibly cost-effective way of finding out and discovering.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes you don't want to use, like, your really, really posh pens for stuff either. You know, because they are quite expensive, some of them. But, yeah, I think that's a really good point, because it is an investment. And if then you'd get all the pens and then go, oh, actually, I'm not getting on with this.
I think we all forget, I mean, we all started somewhere. So when you think about where we started our crafting journeys, it wasn't diving straight in.
Yeah.
It was starting off with little bits of this, little bits of that we could afford to do, because we didn't really know, you know, if we're going to then take over the house.
Where does your crafting journey start? You know, it starts when you're younger. It started when I was a kid. And this kind of set, I mean, this kind of set, if you're a kid, is absolutely phenomenal. You've got a beautiful array of pens. They are Alcobus pens, which obviously means, you know, they have been designed to get those beautiful, sharp colours. They're also, and I will just show you, because they are double-ended, so you have got that chisel nib, for starters. And then, if I spin it, you've also got your lovely, more detailed nib as well. So you've got your two nibs, beautiful colour. They come in a box. I mean, when you look at this, they come in a box. You've also got two pads. And in the pads, it's a combination. I'll pick up the little one because it's easy to flick through. It's a combination of your white paper. So you get white paper and cardstock. You're getting your craft card and craft paper and cardstock, and then black paper and cardstock. And you're getting that in the two different sizes. And then you're getting a pack of drawing pens. And if I just spin that round, you can see the different nibs there as well. So when you think about this, you know, if you are a beginner, if you're buying this for maybe a kid's Christmas present, that price for all those goodies, I mean, that is an absolute deal, isn't it?
Oh, it is. I mean, when you think about all the different nib sizes that you've got there, I know a lot of people always say, why do you have so many different nib sizes? But it's different drawing techniques. You've got a standard one. You've got, like, chisel nibs in there, so you could even start doing some of your calligraphy. You've got a thick bullet one, you know, if you want to do deeper lines. But they do work, and they are permanent. Let them dry, and then you could do all your watercolouring techniques as well as your alcohol marker techniques as well.
So the drawing pens are permanent ones? Oh, no, that's really interesting. Yeah, because quite a lot aren't, are they? I like that.
No, they aren't. They are permanent. It's the same as anything, though. Let it dry, like same with an ink, you know.
Yeah.
I know we're impatient.
I am a bit impatient.
Yeah, snap, I am as
well.
well.
A lot of mine have probably been completely permanent. I just haven't given them a chance to get to that point. Let me show you, talking of the nibs and talking of the different things that you can get. So these are the drawing pens, and this will show you the different nib sizes. And yeah, like you say, your different nib sizes, you get your detail, but then obviously you want to get shading, you want to get your cross-hatching, so you'll use your different nib sizes for different effects, won't you?
You do. I mean, I normally, if I'm going to start a doodle, I'll normally use a 0.2 or a 0.3 because they're a finer line, and then I'll go over with a thicker line, because if you don't want to use pencil straight away, you've got that ability. But they are, you know, they're a great little set, and they come in a wallet as well, you know.
Yeah, which I think is fantastic, you know. Obviously, with this, you've got all your beautiful colours with the pens as well. And these are Alcobus pens. You've got both nibs on these. And it is a full array of colours that actually does come with that box. Absolutely beautiful. £29.96 with the pads as well. I mean, that is so cost effective. And you can, I mean, I know we are talking about cost effective products here, cost effective craft products, and something that, of course, it's designed for a beginner's market, for the kids market. However, you've still got some really, really beautiful, and this is with, you know, the beautiful pens, but you have still got some really beautiful results with these.
You have.
I mean, that's gorgeous.
And I'm not known for using alcohol pens, so I colour with an alcohol pen a bit like I would watercolour.
Yeah.
But then it gives me the results I want. But they're the actual colours that you get. They're vibrant. I haven't done anything to them. There's no glossy accents on the top to make them stand out even further. And, you know, they're beautiful and vibrant. And I've tried it on a different... I know we've got the pads, but I also wanted to show that, you know, the pens can work on a range of different cards. Because I think, you know, that's important as well. And, you know, bring your pencils back in straight away afterwards, sort of thing. You know, if you wanted to go straight back over. And it's you know, mixing... Don't have to think, you know, that you have to be a perfect blender. It doesn't... Colour... when you start colouring, for me, anyhow, I'm a selfish colourer. I colour how my eye likes. And if I like it, then I'm actually quite happy. I'm not worried, you know, about all the different layering and techniques. If it looks how I wanted it to be...
then job done.
To me... Totally.
And quite frankly, I mean, these are beautiful. You know, the vibrancy, the detail. There is a mixture, like the one we're looking at now, that's actually the craft card that you're getting in this pack, but that is actually using the pencil crayons. That's right,
It is. I just wanted to show that the craft card could go, you know, be used different things. So it's also with the acrylic paints that we've got on the show as well. And I mixed 2 or 3 of the colours together. And then it's with the pencils, you know, as well, just to show that, you know, the pads can be used with everything that's on the show. And, you know, like I said, with the alcohol markers, I did a Facebook Live on that one, showing how you could use the markers to create really quick background.
That looks amazing. And this is it, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of uses. You might just be getting these for backgrounds, which you don't want to use your, you know, your really expensive ones for. Your more expensive ones, I should say. Getting something that's super cost effective, it definitely has its place. And I mean, that is done with the pens. The vibrancy of the colour is beautiful. It is, and I've not overlayered it or overworked it. As I said, if I'm happy, I move on. And you have to start somewhere. When you get too involved in trying to get seamless blends, and that can put you off because it can feel unachievable. Whereas actually, when you look at something like that, that is beautiful. It is, but it's going back to, I think with colouring, we need to go back to our inner child, which means if we gave a child a pen and we gave them 2 or 3 colours, they just lay down the colour. They're happy with it, walk away, do the next thing. And like you said, we put that extra layer of pressure on ourselves when we shouldn't. Just go. I mean, like I said, they are beautiful vibrancy. In the colours, sort of thing. And as I said, I haven't over-blended them. I like it. But you can see the different colours I've used. I think that's really, really pretty. And it's about beginning. It's about starting. It's about learning. It's about, obviously, picking these pens up and deciding if alcohol markers are for you. This isn't aimed at... obviously the high-end art brand, obviously, not for £29.96. But with the results that you're getting on here are beautiful. Now, 458064, really good price. All down pens. You are getting them in the case. You've also got your A4 and the A6 pad. You've also got your drawing pens as well. And you're getting 10 drawing pens for that price. Now, you are saving £9. This is a fantastic bundle. We have got delayed dispatch. It's going to be sent out for you from the 18th of October. It's nearly October. So you haven't got long to wait for that. This is in time for Christmas. Like that, at the end of the day, that's what we're looking at here, isn't it? A fantastic price for a Christmas present, 458064. And we keep being told we need to be organised for Christmas. So, tick! Now, that's our one-day special. We have got a lot of other goodies on the show. So, next we've got the beautiful watercolouring pad. Now, this is huge. Not only have we got the pad, but we have got the water-soluble aquels. I can't say that. Like, aquels. Like a pencil stick, if you will. And they are water soluble, of course. And I'll just show you that Lou's done the swatch. And again, for $12.99. That it's starting out, getting to grips, playing with these, because this is another kit that normally, let's face it, our beautiful water, you know, our lovely sort of water soluble sticks, etc., we probably won't be sharing with the kids. We probably won't be giving to someone who's just starting out. That $12.99, that is a price I would be happy sharing, happy giving over to kids.
And that swatch there, I haven't deliberately as well. I have literally just scribbled. Do you know what I mean? I haven't put lots of pressure on to try and get as much colour down as possible. So it's just scribbling straight away. But even though, due to that price, if you look at the scribble sticks, they're twistable.
Yeah.
So you can actually put it back inside, to protect the stick when you're not using it. And I've just put a water brush straight through that. I haven't, but you could dip it into water and you can still do all of those techniques with them as well, if that's what you want to do with them.
Yeah, so you can do loads of techniques again.
Yeah, you can do loads. And you can blend, because you can put a blue and a yellow together, bring your water brush in, and you've got another shade of green sort of thing. So you can still do all of those techniques. And as I said, they twist up, which I think is a lovely one as well. It does protect them just that little bit longer, especially if you just chuck them in a pot, probably like we do.
Yeah, and if you are buying these for kids, for someone starting out, I think that's really important, especially if you are buying them for kids, because you want to keep them protected. Now, this is your pad, and the pad is huge. It's absolutely huge. And again, A3 paper, so you're going to be cutting this up. You've got 20 sheets in there, and it's 300 GSM, so it's a good weight as well.
It is a really, really good weight. And I've also actually tried it with the alcohol markers, and it works with the markers as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I think it's important that I try a little bit of everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
But otherwise, it does work. Like if you wanted to mix and match, you can do. But it works with the acrylic paints beautifully.
Wonderful.
I've tried it on a jelly plate. It works with the jelly plate. You mix the two together.
Now, if you do want that, what an amazing price again. £12.99. 190948 is your item number. Now, next, and this has been really busy already. I'll subtly hide my small little bottle of water. So what you're getting in this bundle, you're getting your metallic pencils, but you've also got your pencil kit and your pad as well. First of all, your metallic pencils. So these have got quite a nice shimmer to them. Again, look at your price. It's only $12.99. So we're talking beginners, we're talking maybe getting kids these to get that shimmer. And I mean, they are pretty, aren't they?
They are
pretty,
a
lovely shimmer.
And they do live. I mean, I've done them. All the swatches there are actually from the pad we've got in the one-day special.
Amazing.
But they'll blend together beautifully as well. So you can do all your pencil techniques if you wanted to mix the bronzy colour with the lighter gold, or even mix it with the red and get a rose gold sort of effect. Yeah. Mix them in with your normal pencils.
Yes.
Use them as the darker point, and mix in with a lighter normal pencil, and you can create a nice subtle sheen then. If you didn't want a full-on one. Yeah,
if you don't want a full-on sheen. So you've got your pencils. Again, I can't believe that it's only $12.99. These are in a proper tin. That's the thing, isn't it? If you are buying these, again, and I know I keep saying for someone starting out, for a kid, but if you are buying these and it's in a tin, especially if you're buying them for kids, because they feel like they're using something posh. They feel like they're possibly using yours. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got, because it looks really good. So if they've been nagging you to use your really, really posh, expensive pencils, and you're like, no, you can give them these and they look good. You're still going to get some really nice results, but it's super cost effective. Now, $12.99, you're not just getting the pencils, you're also getting, and this, I mean, just have a look at this, because you've got that lovely little wallet. You don't really know how they do this, do you? For them prices, you've got that lovely little wallet, with that hook and eye fastening. You've got all your little pencils, all your pencils there. You've actually got 13 pencils, and it's going from HB right down to 2B, to be or not to be, of course. You've got your pencil sharpener, you've got your eraser there, you've also got a little sketch pad as well. And obviously something like this, I mean, it is, again, really good value for money. That is a paper pad, but it's got a nice tooth to it as well. There's that one. I wonder, oh, I bet you could. I wonder if you could open that up like that so it stands. I don't know, I might be pushing my luck on that one. Might be, I don't know, I might be pushing my luck. I think it'll actually just stand up like that without me faffing. Yes, it will. Without me faffing, Leonie, no faff required. And again, magic, that's about all I've got, Marcus. Now, and there's your pencils. Basics. It's your basics, isn't it?
It is, because you're going right from the, you know, the harder H pencil, right down to the softer B pencil.
Yeah.
And the B pencil, you can still smudge. You can still do all those smudging techniques that you can do with a graphite pen, a pencil with them. So you can still do all the grey, the shading. If you want to do your drawing and have the finer lines, use the harder pencil, and then colour in with the softer, bolder pencils.
Perfect. I mean, again, amazing price, $12.99 for that set. Incredible Christmas presents. 780149 is your item number. Now, we've also got for you the acrylic paints. Again, your price. So when you look at your price of these, $11.99, look at your colour palette in this. And you've got a mixture. You've got some that are opaque. You've got some that are translucent. You have got a nice set of brushes. And normally, $11.99, let's be honest, your brushes are normally a little bit meh. But $11.99, you're getting all them. And you're getting decent brushes, not meh ones. They're nice. And I know I sound surprised. At that price, it is surprising. You know, they're nice. They're nice brushes.
And the paints are, you know, you've got a mixture there of beautiful pastel shades and then what I would call our traditional palette. You know, with the darker greens, the darker yellows. But you've got the pastel in between as well. And they mix beautifully. I mean, I've put them through a stencil with a palette knife, which we don't normally do with an acrylic, but I thought, why not? I've played with them on the jelly plate, and they work beautifully on the jelly plate.
Okay.
You know, through your stencils. And they're great. I mean, spritz them. You know, think about, you know, like with, you know, backgrounds. Also, simple drawing techniques with acrylics that you can do by blending to create a sunset, to create a water effect. It's not hard with acrylic.
And at that price, playing. And this is what we're saying. This is a really good introductory price for you to get hold of a gorgeous array of colours and just play, just practice, just introduce someone into craft and art and see if it's for them. At $11.99, it's super cost effective, it's affordable. All those beautiful paints and, of course, those paintbrushes, 6 paintbrushes there for £11.99. 717-822 is your item number. Now, we have got other goodies on the show. In fact, we've got a lovely little art set. Hey, I do remember when I were a kid receiving gorgeous art sets. Honestly, oh, talk about favourite. And this is lovely. It's in a beautiful case. Again, 20 quid. It's in a brilliant case. You've got your pencils in there. You've got your lovely watercolour paints. You've got your oil pastels as well there, your oil crayons, sorry, in there as well. I mean, that is a lovely, lovely set. And it looks beautiful. You know, again, great gift ideas. 842-560 is your item number. Now, we've also got for you, and this is I like this set as well, a set of canvases, just really handy. I mean, this is the kind of set, for that price, for £12.99, and I do like that size. That's the kind of set that's just really, really handy. Maybe if you're doing workshops, you know, teaching workshops, because that's working out £130 for a canvas. And you know, it's a lovely stretch canvas, just really nice little prices that, and you could easily decorate them. Again, give them as gifts, whether they're painted or they're clear. That's 522821, your item number. Loads to see. Check the website. If you've got questions, email in studio@thecraftstore.com. But our lovely Lou, what did you want to demonstrate for us? First of all, my duck.
You know when you don't know what to demo first, suddenly. Right, I've stamped already this out, and I've just used a Memento because I'm using alcohol inks. Use a hybrid ink pad if you haven't got a Memento. It doesn't, you know, then it'll work both ways. And I've actually stamped on the card we get in the one-day special, and I wanted to prove that I had, and I left the top bit on. Normally you would cut it away. I do.
Yeah, but I really like the top bit.
I know, you tear them off and you do, I know.
It just looks, isn't it funny? What have we become? But I love that.
But it is, though, isn't it, sort of thing?
It is. We've got the stamps on the show, by the way, as well.
So I just wanted to stamp that, just to show that, it does stamp.
Yes.
So if you want to do your stamping straight away, I'm going to work on the stamp platform. Only reason I do is because I know it's smooth.
Yeah.
If not, if at home, because I don't clean my mat probably as well as I just work on a piece of foam, because then any residue that I haven't cleared up from gel mediums or things like that, I don't have to scrape first.
Why would you? Because obviously when I've used alcohol inks, oh, you mean for stamping?
I thought, sorry. No, I'm going to colour that way.
Really? So, because when I've used them, I've used like just paper. Is there a reason you like using like something spongy? Oh, that's nice technique.
It's softer. And I can be quite heavy-handed.
Right, okay.
Sort of thing. So rather than, like, I could, drill a hole in it. I've got the softness there, so I don't...
Ah, that's a good technique. I like that.
So you use your stamping platform. Also, you can just keep your magnets on as well. But or, like I said, if I do it on my mat, I'll just use a normal piece of foam.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Okay.
So I just thought we'd take one of the images, and I'm just going to do colouring. Now, everybody asks why a chisel nib, and everybody goes, oh, I never use a chisel nib. Now, I got to say, I prefer to use the chisel to the bullet.
Really?
Main reason is it lays down colour quickly. Yeah. If you want to blend colours, it blends them quicker because there's more ink going out there being dispersed. If you want to do alcohol ink techniques, like on acetate, tiles, glass, the chisel.
Yeah, makes sense.
Sort of thing. So I'm just going to lay down a quick colour, and I'm going with the lightest colour. When I colour with alcohol pens, I'm going to be honest, I colour as if I was watercolouring.
Yeah, I kind of like it because, again, like if we're talking beginners, it's quite nice to say, OK, you can literally just colour like this.
Yeah, and I do. And for me, the reason is... I don't know if it works the same for you. I start colouring the project, and then I've gone, right, I know what I want to add to this now, and my head's moved on to the next place. So I've just used the chisel straight away. Sorry if I'm moving it around, it's just easier to colour.
That's fine,
and I'm just taking some of the different pinks. Now, I do colour swatches, but actually have a play for the colours that work for you. Yeah. Just because, set colours, it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to go, and I'm just going to try and do some pleats. And... I'm not being overly precious with them.
Perfect. Good pleats.
Well, put it this way, that's one of the reasons I don't wear pleats. Gosh, I had a pleated skirt at school, and I remember my mum moaning abysmally about ironing it. You just go... And then I'm just going to go over with the colour that I started. And whilst the ink is wet, it just blends out.
Yeah. And this is on the paper that we're getting in the kit as well. Is this the paper or is this the card?
This is the card. I'm using the card. Okay. Only because I want to add quite a few layers. Yeah. The paper will work, but it will soak up more of your pen. So if you want to be a little bit tighter... use the card.
Use the cardstock.
But the paper is... Oh, it's wonderful on the jelly plate. That craft paper on the jelly plate is like...
Nice?
Yeah.
And again, you'll have all that lovely... the bit that you've ripped out the pad, which we like.
Yeah. So I'm just going to now just do another colour. Now, the one thing with alcohol pens is I think it was Julie McNeil said to me one day, something, you've got to remember it'll look horrible before it starts looking nice.
Yeah.
And you know when you just go to a, you're just being kind to me.
Yeah,
and she wasn't. She was right, because you have to let it dry.
Yeah.
And you don't, because they dry quickly, you don't assume you have to.
Yeah.
So I've just gone down with another colour of the pink. And I'm just going over with the lighter one there.
And actually, you can see immediately it knocking that really bright one back, it allowing it to sort of, it kind of allows it to diffuse, doesn't it?
It does, and I know there's probably people out there with the alcohol markers who would colour this in a different way, but this is the way I like.
The thing is, everyone's got a different technique, and because the whole premise of this is to get new people in, you know, whether it be kids, whether it be absolutely someone brand new to alcohol inks. So there's no point trying to go with, right, this is how you blend, you do this one, you do this one. It's like, this is achievable.
It is.
Very achievable.
And, you know, have fun playing with it.
Yeah.
Mix your colours up.
Because you're now just going back, that's the lighter one.
And that's the lightest one over the top sort of thing. And then I thought I'd be a real rebel and go for something slightly darker.
Oh,
you know, you just go, oh.
That is a rebel.
Whew. And that, I love this colour. It's called, what is it, Vivid Reddish Purple, but it's got a really nice deepness to it.
Yeah, that is just really rich.
And then I'm just going to go back over with the pink again. So now I'm going over lots of layers. It's just because I want to show you that everything can blend. But you could stop. You don't need to put the dark layer in if you didn't want to. If that is too much of a shock to the system, stick to 3 colours.
Yeah.
If it's too much of the, you know, stick to 2.
Yeah.
You know, go for 2 colours. You don't have to be. I just want to, you know, just show the different colours going over on the top of each other. So I have got one finished, obviously, because I want to do lots of other bits as well. So I'm just going over, and I'm not doing it slowly.
No, you're going for it. But
you know, you just go. I'm not.
But it's important again, because we're not aiming for, you know.
No,
it's not a masterclass. It's meant to be beginners.
And if you want to do, you know, blend it out a bit more, think about how we would do watercolour, and you know, you do your little swirls. You can still do all of those if you wanted to blend it out and you didn't want the sharper lines. You don't have to go up and down, but you know, it doesn't really matter if you go up and down. So I'm just going to do little circles now.
Yeah. And that's the lightest colour again.
And that's the lightest colour.
Beautiful. And you haven't dug a hole in your paper yet, Lou?
No, I haven't.
Boom.
And it's coming through, but not too much as well on the card there.
Well, and it's meant to, isn't it?
And it's meant to. And,
generally
you know, I would carry on building and building and building. I have got one finished, but we'll have a play with some of the hair.
Beautiful.
And I want to grab, this is a really, I love some of the names, you know, Potato Brown. You know, it's
Potato.
Yeah.
What colour's my hair? Potato brown.
I know, you wouldn't even think about that sort of thing.
No, you wouldn't. And I mean, if someone did say to me, you've got, oh, look at your hair, it looks like a potato. Not quite sure I'd take that.
No.
Not going to lie. I'd be like, oh, thanks.
And yeah, and if the hairdresser offered you it, you'd probably go, no.
Yeah. Ooh, you'd look really lovely with some potato brown shading. And you probably would, wouldn't you? You'd be like, meh, no thanks.
No.
No thanks, I'll move on.
And all I'm going to do is just do some squiggles.
She's been using the curly hair technique.
Well, it's also, I colour quickly.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds a really weird thing to say, but I do. And then, you know, it's a great way. I can go in with another, because you get 2 or 3 shades, which I didn't think we really mentioned. No. You know, like, so you'll get 2 or 3 greens, you'll get 2 or 3 browns, same with the pinks, same with the reds. And
when you think about something to this value, you know, when you think about, OK, this is a set that's obviously designed for beginners, to have 2 or 3 different shades of the colours, I think is brilliant, because obviously that really does encourage you to get beautiful shade and gorgeous tones. And where are you? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. You know, and I was looking for a certain colour. And then I'm just going to go over... Potato with what they call, like, this lovely little buttercup yellow. Oh, that's nice.
And then suddenly, because we've got another colour on, it blends it. I treat my alcohol pens like I would do with watercolours. So, if you put water down, they blend out further. If you don't put as much water down...
Yeah, yeah.
And in my head, that's how I think of it.
Yeah, I like to see the different waves. I like to see what you've put in there. I think that looks really lovely. Because you've given it texture.
And I'm, like I said, I've not done anything overly. Now, I probably would go back in with the darker colour and just, add a little bit of depth around there.
Yeah.
But I'm conscious, that we've got... I want to show. So, you could add your different colours. But if you wanted to do it block colouring, go block colouring.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't... It doesn't have to be complicated. Look, there's me now flicking, and I'm bored with flicking already. But, you can sit there and we can go block colouring, and you can go over darker. And, you can build it up bit by bit by bit by bit, if that's the way you want to do it. And we've got colours in here as well that... Where is it? That's the one there. That we can start doing some of the skin tones.
Fabulous. And see again, I mean, all of these in that one box for £29.96. It is phenomenal.
It is. It seems really strange. I'm going to have all these pens out in a minute. I had them all in lovely order, and you just go...
They're all over it, they'll be all over it.
And then the nenext time you ask me, I'm going to be, oh, OK, hold on a minute, I've got to find them all. Right, so I just want to grab, there's the baby pink. Was I using it? Yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to add...
Oh, lovely.
And don't forget, it will dry back, and it will...
Yes, yes. And it gives you that really subtle hue. But, yeah, I think that's, again, it just astounds me that you're getting all of this for that price.
So you've lost me now, I'm colouring. When you just go... I'm in the zone. I would do a lot more with the hair, I must admit, because that's bugging me now. So I do apologise. I would have to go back in with the hair.
Oh, I love that.
But, you carry on building it up. And then once I've done this here, I would then just literally take the chisel again.
Yeah.
And go over everything. And then that makes the pink a darker colour. So I do use the chisel. And the chisel then suddenly blends it out further because you're putting more ink down.
Right, of course.
And they're nice and juicy, the pens, that you can do that. So... get lost in the colouring process. That sounds rude, doesn't it? I didn't mean it to sound quite as rude as that.
I'm not quite sure. Oh, you mean the get lost bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, see, I was trying to think how the rest of it sounded rude. I would think of a different rude.
All I've done differently here was, where I've taken that pink there, I ended up going, I quite like the idea of going all over with the chisel nib, with the other pink.
And getting the dark pink.
And getting the dark sort of thing.
See,
and the hair is exactly the same as the technique that I've done there. And all I then did was went back over again with the darker brown, doing the little squiggles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
just building that up.
And just building it up on top of each other,
Yeah.
And you can keep doing it. And the face was exactly the same, again. So that, there's lots of different ways that you can do it from that one there. So I'm just going to put you there, lady.
No, that's great. Thank you, Olu. I'm going to give you a bit of a refresh. Now, this is, again... That price is ridiculous, £29.96. Lou's going to give us techniques. Lou's going to give us loads of different ideas. I mean, if you are beginning, if you're starting out, if you're buying these for someone who's never used alcohol markers before, maybe they are still at school, maybe they're thinking that they want to get into arts and crafts, or maybe they've always been into arts and crafts, but they've never used alcohol markers. This is a good entry-level price. And the product, I mean, Lou's showing us some beautiful techniques. You might just literally be regularly colouring in with these, but you have got such an array of colours. You've got, as Lou says, I mean, look how many different blues you've got there. So you've got a really good ability to get good tonal aspects here. And that's as a beginner. Now, not only have you got the pens, you've then got the actual storage box. And the storage box, again, really, really amazing. So it's going to house all your pens in there. Stacks them dead easy. You've got your lockable case, your lovely lockable box as well. Lockable box. It's a really good case. I like the fact that the handle sinks into it as well. You've then got that price isn't just for the pens and the case. You've then got your pads. Now, with the pads, you're getting your A4 pad. So remember, with the pads, you're getting your paper. So you're getting the white, you're getting card and paper in there, ready to go. You're then getting the craft card. You're getting card and paper in there. You're then getting the black. You're getting card and paper. You're getting 10 of each in there. I mean, these are nice big pens as well to play with. And then, as if that wasn't enough, you've got your pens. And that is just amazing value for money. Your lovely drawing pens, you've got a whole variety of different pen nibs there. So it's going to take you through your drawing. Maybe you're going to be starting calligraphy. Maybe you're just going to be doing some beautiful, you know, brush lettering and then adding your beautiful pen to these. It's a cracking set. And of course, the colour palettes, the different things that you can achieve, the different blends that you can achieve. We aren't trying to go too technical with this. You know, we're not trying to get too lost in techniques and, you know, how to achieve the perfect blend. We want to put colour down. We want to get a finished look. We want to, we want to celebrate the colour of these. You know, that beautiful vibrancy that you're going to get from these. And that's the important bit, because that price is such an affordable price. It is for people just entering into the craft store cart, and that is a beauty. Like, look at that. That's from these pens at that price. And obviously we know Lou's amazing. She's really good at what she does. But if you break it down, you know, these are achievable. We're not trying to get smooth, even blends. We're trying to get vibrancy, and that is pretty. Now, if you would like to get hold of these, obviously the paper pad, Lou's done lots of different demonstrations with the paper pad. Like, some of these are with pencil, but it's using the beautiful papers as well. So it gives you a real mix. Like, that's with the pencils that we have got on the show, but it is using the gorgeous paper and the paints that we've got on the show. I love those paints on there. Now, £29.96. This is your one-day special. It has been really busy. In fact, with this set already, we have lost 10% of the stock. Now, 458064. It is going to be sent out for you from the 17th of October, the 18th of October. 458064 is your item number. So that's where we're starting. We've got more. So we've also got those beautiful aquacolor pencils, sticks. So you've got your beautiful aquacolor, and then you've got that massive pad, an A3 pad, which obviously you can cut down, you can use in different ways. If this were me and I were buying this for a gift, I'd absolutely encourage them to cut it down, because A3 can look scary. But if you cut it down so it's A6, ain't scary. You've just saved loads of money as well, because obviously you're getting even more for your money. I mean, it's only £12.99. This is affordable. You can see the blend on these. And that, as Lou was saying, just literally scribbled on. Use your water brush or paintbrush just to drag that colour out. And it gives you a really nice, easy blend. 190948 is your item number. £12.99 is your price there. Now, next we've got for you, and this has been super busy. So for is it £12.99? It's £12.99 again. I mean, the prices. You get in your metallic pencils, which are different. They'll give you that shimmer, you know, over the top, and overlay them on top of your alcohol markers. Overlay them on top of your watercolour pencils. That's a lovely thing. Everything mixes and matches. You've got your metallics, but then you've got, and this is a full wallet. In the wallet, you're getting all your beautiful pencils, and then, of course, you get your sketchbook as well. With the pencils, it's going from, shall I spin that the wrong way around? Have I got that upside down? Yes, I have. So we're going from 4B, 4H, sorry, right down to 4B. So literally the harder spectrum, and then right to the soft pencils. You're also getting your the eraser and the pencil sharpener. Cracking kit for £12.99. That is 780149. And then you've got your paints. Now, acrylic paints. With these, you have got, again, a beautiful colour palette. Some are are quite translucent. Some have got an opacity to them. But you've got a really nice array of colours. Again, it might be someone who's literally only maybe had a play with pencils or had a play with watercolour paints, and you want to see, you know, if they love acrylics, if they want to get into acrylics. You're not going to, if you're buying someone acrylic paints for the first time, you're not going to go out and spend a fortune on them. They might not like them. They might not get on with them. It might be just a fad. With something like this, for £11.99, they can have a play, they can have a, you know, a little dip, and to see if this is for them. And of course, with that array of colours, it means, so not, imagine £11.99 if you were buying some of the artist quality. You know, how much would you'd probably get 1.5 colour for £11.99. Well, I mean, when you think about it, one tube, a little tube, for how much is that normally in acrylics? A decent one. Do you know what I mean? We're talking like £6 easy, aren't we? £11.99, and you got your paintbrushes, and the paintbrushes are nice. You know, as I was saying, normally at that price, your paintbrushes aren't nice, but they're nice paintbrushes. £11.99, and again, you have got a lovely colour spectrum there, and I do like the pastel shades. I think they're gorgeous. Now, that is 717822, your item number, if you'd love to go for your acrylics. And I like that we've got acrylics and watercolours, because it does allow you to see the differences. Now, this next set, this has already been busy, and I'm not surprised. Again, it's your prices, £11.99 for the whole kit. That's ridiculous. Now, before I even talk about, look at the colouring in books. This is a massive book, 128 designs. Now, it is double-sided, so if you're using these, you probably decide which one you were going for. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this were me, I'd be like, OK, do I want that stairway, or do I'd choose. I probably won't be doing both, or do I want the leaves? I would absolutely go for the leaves, and then I cut these out. As a sorry, I'm talking the leaves. As a crafter, you know, as a crafter, that's what I'd be going for. But obviously, for that price, £11.99, if you are brand new to this, colouring in book is just beautiful. It's mindful. You've got so much detail. I love these, Lou. The amount of stuff that you're getting in your colouring in books. She's colouring in. These are, look at the images.
But there's some lovely ones in there that you can cut out. Yeah. You know, cut shapes out. Also, you know, I know it sounds a horrible thing to say, colouring, but tear a page out you like.
Yeah.
Colour it up and cut it. I mean, those there, you could actually cut that in half, and you've got 2 card fronts.
Yeah,
you know, colour it up 2 card fronts that you want to give someone, or stick it in your art journal, frame it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so much in. I'd be doing that. I'd be choosing. Like I said, I'd be like, well, do I want to go for that side, or do I want to go for that side? And then, and I definitely, do I want the little kitten, or, oh no, it's mandala. Do I want the kind of mandala, or do I want to go for the hippie chick? I'd be going hippie chick. She'd be getting coloured in, ripped out, and making a card. And easy to decoupage as well, is that? Obviously, we're talking from crafter's point of view. That price, we're not thinking crafters, well, we are, it's whoever you want it to be. But for that price, again, it could be someone brand new who's never tried colouring in. £11.99, and it looks good. I mean, look at the box the pencils come in. That's a really nice box. 20% at stock gone. That's a really lovely box. I mean, just look at that. And you're getting, look at all the pencils. Now, these ones are, Luke, they're not watercolour pencils, these, are they? They're just your regular colouring in pencils, aren't they?
You were talking about the box. Sorry, I'm still colouring that lady in, because I was, you know, I've got carried away. But the pencils, what I loved about these, I'm just going to move all my bits out of the way. This is magnetic.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you're working with them, each of the layers has got a piece of acetate, and each acetate layer is slightly shorter.
Right, OK.
So when you pull it out, they will all sit there staggered. So when you're working with them, they actually then fall on top of each other. So you can work with them like that, and they still stay in the box.
Oh, that's
so then
cool.
when you're finished, you just push all the layers back in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really handy, isn't it?
And so you know, they all just then push back in on top of each other, and you've got the layers from there.
Oh, that's really handy.
I just thought that was really nice.
And I just, yeah, it's things like that. When you look at those prices, you think, Really? Really? I mean, sorry, I'm trying to show the colours as opposed to just my hand. You've got, I mean, just have a look at those beautiful, beautiful colours. That is just such an array. Now, that's your first one, so you've got your reds and your oranges and your yellows in there. The next set that we've got, you've got your greens. I'm holding the pencils at the bottom because I don't want to do what I've just done. So that's why I'm holding them at the bottom, because I know I'm trying to angle them so you can see those beautiful colours. The greens, look at all the gorgeous greens. They're beautiful. You've got the blues. I mean, they do look really expensive. We know they're not really expensive. These are so super cost effective, but they look good. They haven't done them so they look like the price you're paying. We never use that word in this one that means very cost effective. We never use that on Shopping TV. They look a lot more expensive than what you're paying. You know what I mean? So you've got your beautiful pencils, a gorgeous collection of colours there. I wonder, well, I'll leave that there for now. You've got those beautiful pencils. You've then got not one, but two colouring in books. Your pencils come in that gorgeous box, and then you get in, and I mean, the colouring in books are lovely. Our Alex absolutely adores her colouring in books. This is, you know, when she's up in the Oundle, she does tons of colouring in. And these ones, again, I'd be choosing which side are we doing. You might not do that. You might be choosing both. When you're using colouring in pencils, you can actually colour on both sides because your ink isn't going to go through. If you start introducing gel pens and stuff like that, which I would be doing, oh, you see, I love the houses. I'd be cutting those out. Then choose a side. But then what you're going to do here, oh, hello. Maybe you're going to make these into pictures. Maybe you're going to be popping these onto your cards. You know, you can do so much with these, and you've got so many images. Now, okay, this is super busy, and I mean, look at that. This is what our Lou's achieved with these pens. Right, I'm not going to say I won't get this with these pencils because I can't do the shading like our Lou, but it shows what you can achieve. $11.99, that is 703757. Now, over to you, our lovely Lou.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, because I
thought you... No, I was so busy. I was carrying on playing, sorry, with the lady. So I just carried on to adding a little bit more of the pink, because I just wanted to show you, in between you doing it, and it's quick, and I've not done anything different than I was showing before. Right, I put you to one side, sorry. I was while you were doing there. I've got different sets of leaves. It's the same set, and I've just cut them out. And one is on the card in the pack, and then I've used Dolly Dimple's mixed media, and then I've used the watercolour paper. And I just thought it'd be nice to play with the difference, just to show the pens will work equally the same. So I'm just going to start with the yellow and just put the yellow down. Now, one of the things I will cheat with is I won't colour right to the edge. Sometimes the alcohol markers on certain card and paper will bleed and fill that in, but I treat that as my highlight.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, actually. I must admit, Lou, most of my colouring is like that now because I use my contact lenses on there and I can't actually see.
Oh, I can't wear contact lenses anymore, sadly. I do miss it with certain sunglasses, but hey-ho. It doesn't look quite the same sort of than putting them over my glasses, however cool they were. Right, so I put the yellow down there. Now, I can go over with a green. You don't, you know... Oh. And as I said, I colour like I watercolour.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to go over with the yellow again and just blend the two together, and I will do a little circle motion, but I'm still going to leave that white line along the top. Yeah. And then the two will gradually go together.
Cool. And which card is this again, sorry, Lou?
This is the card from the one-day special.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
But then, I mean, so you can do lots of different... If you wanted to do it that way, let's get the chisel. If you wanted to do something different with it, I can sit there and I can put the colour on like this with the chisel, because it'll add more ink. So if I then go over the same yellow...
And see, you're being brave, because if this were me as a beginner, I would just be going light green, dark green. Do you know what I mean? If I were a beginner, I wouldn't be like... I won't be doing the two colours like that, because that isn't how my brain would work. But I think it's lovely to see what you can achieve with the product.
Yeah,
that's
but
amazing.
I mean, it's also, I mean, one of the things we did when we did autumn crafts in school was the first thing before we got the children colouring is we'd ask them to go and pick 5 different leaves, all had to be different colours.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they could then see that, you know, it's got all the different colours in there, sort of thing. So now, if I've got that one there, I've got the yellow there, and I'm now going to go for the paler green. And I'm just going to go over the top.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So now I've got another colour, because I had the yellow base again. It's changed them.
Yeah, that looks
again
really
originally.
Good. Yeah.
I suppose if I got a piece of card, you could see what the original colours were, which would probably be a good idea, wouldn't it?
I love that. I think that's amazing.
So, well, we've got those there. So that was that colour there, and it was that one. So that's quite a dark colour.
That's really dark. See, that's so brave going in with that. I wouldn't, or I'd literally just be sticking to.
So those are the 3 colours. You know, that would go like that. So you can carry on building them. But then, saying that though, you might want a different colour. So if I went in with the turquoise, I'm in love with this turquoise. I had to put it away. But I can now go in with the turquoise because it's a blue-green.
Yeah.
I've now changed the leaf together. And like I said, I'd colour like I watercolour. So I would go over or add the yellow back in.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
and I still leave that white. So now I've got another shade of green by bringing in another colour.
Yeah.
I could put... So this is just a tile. And I've just put some of the dark blue on there. And I can take my pen and pick up some of the colour. And I've got another colour and blend it out with the yellow.
Ah, that's cool. So picking up the yellow. Picking up the blue with the
yellow.
So,
you know, so you can actually, you know, do all the different colouring techniques that you would do, say, with another medium, bring it into having a go with these alcohol markers. And that is all I've done. So if I put that one there for the moment, let's move you. And I'm going to go then, because I like this, let's go for this turquoise, because I like this turquoise. So, I mean, because leaves come in lots of different colours.
Yeah, they do.
And all I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave, and
And which card is this one again?
This is the Dolly Dimples Mixed Media.
Right, cool.
Because I just wanted to show that the pens will work on a range of different card. You know, it doesn't have to be... And then if I grab... Which one shall I grab? I'm going to grab that one. So this now is the darker green from that one there that I've used. And...
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I love those colours together. They look lush.
And then I'm just going to go back over with the same colour. So this is now a darker set of leaves.
Yeah.
But I've got a darker core.
Oh, yeah, that's lovely. And I love it because this is it, isn't it? Again, I know I keep harping on about this, but as a beginner, I'd be just green, green, green. But that looks really nice.
But if we look at the green, so we've got lots of different greens in here. I'm just going to stick to... So if I take this lighter green, you know, and I'm just going to put a layer of the lighter green on.
Because like when I'm starting out, that is exactly what I'd be doing, and then I'll probably just do one more green. Do you know what I mean?
But if I'm like, okay, I get exactly know what you mean. Now, if I was doodling, I would actually, and it wouldn't bother me, which is really bizarre, isn't it? When you colour with a pen, you assume you've got to. I would actually have one darker.
Yeah.
And I would then do the top one lighter.
Yeah, that looks nice.
You'll find in a lot of my journal books, I do that.
Yeah, yeah. And that really
that works just as well.
Yeah, and it's utterly achievable.
Yeah, and it works, you know, you can just as well. It's thinking of your colour families. Now, if I wanted to add a little bit more to it, we could add here, think of different colours. This is where children are a bit braver than we are.
Yeah.
You know, and I can put yellow on there, and if I just leave it a little bit longer, it will start pushing the other colours away, because it's an alcohol base. So I can add... You know, a little bit more definition. I could even add the yellow onto here.
Yeah, that's cool.
If you don't want to do shading, it's amazing what a dot will do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is it, isn't it? I mean, you can create some beautiful shading just with your wonderful dots.
And I'm not used... So, I mean, I think I've got 6 pens out, and I've only used 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, you know, plan it in lots of different ways. So, I mean, I'm going to just do the yellow there, and then let's get the pale... So you could do stripe technique and just go over. So I'm just slightly going over the line before, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that as well. Yeah, that's really nice.
And, you know, if you wanted to go back over again, go back over with another, the lighter colour.
Yeah.
But then I've got the yellow now is my highlight.
Yes.
Not the white.
Yeah.
So you can bring highlights in without having the need.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
But another thing I love with alcohol markers, I'm just going to grab what I've got over here. I'm going to grab a couple of stencils.
3 minutes.
Oh, right, okay, okay. I can always finish this. Where is it? I want a piece. So this is the craft card that we've got on. And alcohol markers are a great, easy way to create the effect of a resist technique without you actually having to use an embossing.
Oh, all right.
So I've gone for a lighter buttercup yellow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use a stencil.
Yeah.
And just go inside a stencil.
And it's nice on the craft card.
And, yeah, because it's going to look totally different on the craft card.
Yeah. Because
if
it's
we do
literally just darkening the craft card, like you say, as though that were a water.
But as soon as the alcohol starts to come away from it, it will start, because you can see it's starting to go lighter.
Yeah, absolutely.
To where I go on there. So then if I grabbed a yellow, so I see, as you can see, I use the chisel a lot.
Yeah. Well, especially with that, because you're getting that big surface area. 2 minutes.
OK, right, I'll just do one more and then I'll show you what I did next. Right, there we go. So when I take that away, I've got like a mock resist technique, but I've not used any embossing powders or any ink pads or anything like that. So then that can then build up to... I then added the green, so it's the same colours. I then added that dark green on the top.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
And then, as an added extra top, I went over with the metallic pencils, just to prove the metallic pencils work on the top.
Yeah.
With another stencil, so I did the gold and I did the green on the top there. And then I had to have a white splatter, because everybody needs a white splatter. But that's lovely. But then the same on the white, doing exactly the same colours on
that looks really cool, Lou. I think this is it. You can achieve so many things. We're going to show you. We're nearly out of time.
Oh, sorry.
This is no problem. Oh, lovely, Lou. This is a picture of your one-day special. And again, this is just such a bargain. Obviously, that price, £29.96 for your alcohol markers, for your drawing pens, for your pads as well. That is incredible, saving £9 for your one-day special, 458064. You've also got those beautiful pencils. Now, we're going to finish with these because they've been so busy. In fact, half of the stock has gone. You've got a gorgeous array of pencils. They come in that really nice magnetic box, and then 2 colouring in books for 11 quid, for £12. That is just such an affordable, fantastic price. Do not miss out on this, though, because I don't know how many hours that's going to last. Remember, it's a one-day special, so Lou's got loads of juicy products to get tucked into, but I don't know if she's going to be able to show that one live. Oh, Lou, thank you ever so much, my love.
Thank you.
We'll see you again at 8 o'clock. Yay! Please make sure you check out your baskets. Get some bargains delivered to you.